The indecision begins in 3, 2, 1.
What's good, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Indecision, the Tres Caballeros. You already know how we do. Today we're getting nitty gritty, so I'm gonna just get straight down to business because today's a special day. Today is the numero 10, number 10. You see the X 10. Got the, we rep the 10 in the back, baseball player. Hey, today's a great day. They do say it takes 21 days to build a habit, and we've been on this journey, and it's only 10 days. So for all our viewers and audiences, we may not have too many of you, but hey, we're almost halfway there, and we're continuing to go with this, going on this journey. So I just want to do a little toast to my brothers and, to the people that are viewing, so we could celebrate this 10th anniversary, I shall say.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. And
so we got a little celebratory,
Terramana.
Hey,
what you do on the West Coast?
Hey, you know how we do, like we mentioned before, we got that Bombay Sapphire for those, that they know.
Umizi, what we got over here?
We got that Terramana, yo. Shout out to The Rock, man. South Florida's finest. He adopted our lifestyle out here. But yes, we just sipping on that Terramana tequila. In on the west side, no surprise, right?
I can't wait to try some of that.
Over here on the East Coast, where we got a little lime and salt.
Okay.
Milo, yo. Milo's trying to get up in here.
Yeah, he's feeling hyped too.
But you know what I'm saying?
Nephew, trying to be on that business.
Yo, shout out to all those dog owners out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know me. I got the cholesterols. You know what I'm saying? I got the cholesterols. I have to put a little extra salt. You know what I'm saying?
For episode 10, everything goes down, man.
So before we do our little cheers, I just want everyone to acknowledge the shot glass because today we're going bold, like this Canada Dry Bold right here, and
Oh
man, we pulling out those. We pulling out.
We're from the East Coast.
Hey man, we're a little ratchet, man.
Hey man, my pop's got a nice collection. I'm like, ooh, which one should I get? You know what I'm saying? Back home, I would have been on the same shit. But hey, why not use what you got?
Hey man, number 10, bro.
Numero 10, number 10 with my homies.
Yes, sir.
Ay, coño, like my Cubans say, singa, que la vida es pinga. For those people that didn't know or understand, life's a bitch. Just fuck it. Keep going. Keep doing what you do. Let's get it started.
I forgot to use the salt before, so. I'll take it after, man.
And we chase with modelos.
I don't have any models, bro. I'll just chase my concoction of the day.
So what it do, fellas? Episode 10.
Episode 10, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
We got to start it off with a little bit of a little bit of controversy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Robinhood is facing a class action lawsuit, man, due to the whole GameStop stock thing that's going on, with the hedge funds and raising the price or whatnot. And Robinhood blocked up the whole GameStop. People couldn't buy nor sell. What do you guys think in regards to that? Is Robinhood, kind of like
going with the name?
I'm fucking up because it's like, it's one of those things where, yeah, man, literally, Robinhood.
I never thought about that, to be honest. I just now.
But it's in the opposite. It's like they don't want the poor to get their money, but they want the rich to still do the shady shit that they've been doing for years and making money.
But is it them or is it the system outside of them that's like enforcing it now? Just because I don't know, I don't know the whole, to the context of everything. So who's three sides to every story? Which one is it in this case?
That is true, man. And you see a lot of people of course they couldn't invest that much money in the sense of like thousands or millions, whatever.
Yeah, it was more like small funds.
But a lot of people made money from it, man.
Bro, could you imagine if us three, when we were like gamers, I mean, you two guys are still kind of gamers. I'm retired, but I do plan on coming back at some point. But back in those days when we used to just put hours and hours, could you imagine if we just had shit on there and then all of a sudden we wake up and it's like, boom. Woo.
Man, that stock game is a whole nother level, bro. And shout out to people that made that extra money off of GameStop. And I saw one young homie actually donating a bunch of Nintendo Switches to a hospital for kids in need. And it's like, seeing people like doing that good shit with the money. It's like, I'm young. This is already a big come up for me. And it's like, I'm gonna help out other people. So it's like, seeing that shit like that, bro, it makes you think like, they're still hoping humanity and we're not as greedy as maybe we think we are. You feel me?
Facts. That's a very good point.
With like GameStop, because of this virus pandemic going on, it was about to go down in the system.
Yeah,
Like
for
nobody would
sure.
go to GameStop to buy games or even consoles or whatever. And then it's still kind of cool. Like you will see in movies how people will mess up with the system, you know, and then actually seeing going right now with
Yeah.
Reddit, this Reddit group,
Thanks, man.
whatever, messing up the
real
stocks,
Robin Hood, the real Robin Hood
you
in this
know,
whole
and
thing.
then just like GameStop was about to go down to disappearing into now like flourish and is everywhere on every news and everything. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. That's like it just shows like the power in the people, bro. If we all link up and do something, which like they all did to raise up the prices, and they all got on there on Reddit and took the advice and did it, it shows that we still have power on this, and we can take like money away from the big people and give it to the lower levels where it's like, yo, man, those $300, those $500 could go a long way for us. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
So yo, that was huge, man. That was huge, bro. And like, you know, me being a Capricorn, you know, we're seeing the goodbyes of the Januaries, and you know, we're welcoming the Februaries in this bitch. And
hey, speaking of which, bro, that shit's like flawless how you brought that up, because since you're a Capricorn and I'm a Sagittarius, and I have a little enthusiasm for like the whole archery game, I'm gonna put my little wings on and do a little.
Hey, back in the horoscopes, bro. I thought we told people to get in the comments and let us know what's the deal.
Yeah, but this is a good segue. So since I like the whole archery thing, and the January is over, we got February. I'm gonna put my Cupid wings, the Cupid gallo. Get my little, you know, got my arrow. Since you two are the only lovebirds and wifey guys here, and I'm the only single bachelor, I just wanted to get your guys' perspective on, like, you know, what's coming up, because obviously wifeys, and you got to do this and you got to do that.
I'll let you take this one, because you know mine's a very generic married man type.
So for me, I feel like I'm on the cool side of like, it's not really big. So it's one of those like, yeah, it's like Valentine's Day, but it's not like crazy about gifts.
Of course.
And oh, we gotta go eat or this. So it's more of like, kind of appreciate like another year that we've been through and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's not really about going out to a restaurant or the crazy gift, but it's more of like, you know, appreciate it, but like, you know, you gotta do a little thing, you know. So definitely maybe it's gonna be like typical, like either a candy or some flowers, little wine, even though we're not a wine connoisseur as well.
Hey, speak for yourself.
As I'm saying, for me wise, even though we ain't on the wine connoisseurs,
right now,
the rum connoisseur, so probably gonna get a little bottle, you know, chill at home vibe. I think it's gonna be more like that. What about you, Mizzy?
Man, you know, once you make it past like many years of like being with somebody, like me and my girl, we've had 10 Valentine's days. You know, it's like it's been a long time, bro. So you know, it's all about like, you know, getting that little movie vibe, you know, maybe a little candle, nice one that we both like, get a little nice sense, the vibe.
Uy,
you know?
romantico.
Most likely we will be sipping Terramana, you know, shout out to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
The goat of all goats.
You feel me? You feel me? So, you know, definitely like me and wifey, we're on the tequila vibes. We're trying to switch it up from the usuals of just sipping wine or sipping like little spritzers or whatever the fuck they're called. But you know, yeah, definitely like, you know, it's all about the vibes. When you make it to this point, it's about the vibes, bro. And it's just like you made it to another one. A lot of people don't get it to that opportunity. And you know, I'm very curious for the only single man in this podcast. Like, what does this mean to you, bro? What is it? Yo, this is episode number 10, bro. Like, let us know.
Okay. Before we get to me, I just want to say I can totally attest to everything you just said, and you as well, Pacho. But I've been with this married couple since the beginning, day one. So it's like, man, I know that time and those hours have been.
Cheers to that, bro.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
This guy deserves PTO, man, because he's went above and beyond. But yeah, as far as my outlook, I love how you guys mentioned that, because, you know, we live in a world where people are so into the social norm and, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. Like, I need this, I need that. It's such a materialistic world. And I personally really don't care for it. But like you guys said, it's like the little things that you could maybe do that won't hurt to, like, you know, make her day a little better, make her feel a little special. Because I personally think when you have that ride or die girl, every day should be that. So why does this day have to be different from all the others? The one thing I will say for that specific day that I would love to be on board for, and I'm all for, is like, hey, I'll take advantage of them chocolates and fill her up with those aphrodisiacs and do what you got to do when it's time to get out of dinner. But yeah, that's my outlook.
It's just like the word you said from the beginning was just like, I think this holiday is one of those like materialistic sense of like everybody has to like, oh, I have to outdo myself in the sense of like flowers and
it's politically correct
a
shit.
teddy bear, chocolates, wine, dinner, and this and that. And it's just like, I mean, if you're in love with someone, you kind of appreciate every single day of like the relationship. You know, you're gonna have your ups and downs or whatever, but like, yeah, I mean, if it comes to one of these days when if you can do a little extra, you know,
why not, man?
Why not? Exactly. Why not? So you can do a little extra of like maybe a dinner, even if
it's a thought. It's the thought that counts, bro.
Exactly. And then we're going through a pandemic, so maybe your values, not your values, but like what are you seeing and say, okay, I can't be going out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you cook something at home, put a little candles. If you don't got candles, just like a low light, and you're just watching something on the TV or movie, series, whatever. Just appreciate it. I think it goes like both ways, you know?
Exactly, man. And that's what, like, you know, at the end of the day, like all the politically like correct shit and like, you know, doing like some people, bro, they're born around this time. My girl's like 2 days before Valentine's Day. So it's like, do you even celebrate? Yeah. Do you celebrate it? Is it like all like kind of into one big like thing or festivity? So it's like at the end of the day, bro, it's all about being politically correct. Your girl needs something to post on social media. So give her opportunity to post something special and just keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving.
And then you just hit the repost, like you've been tagged on this story, and then you just repost
bro.
it. And you're
That's
like,
it,
hey,
man. You keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Everything is good and glorious, and you know, you just keep it moving, bro. And you know, because Valentine's Day revolves around the thing about sweets, bro. I don't know what it is, but there's something about Valentine's Day and sweets. I don't know who put the two together, but man.
Hey, man. Sweets, don't even. We know we got Mr. Sweets in the building. Shit, you know when it comes to Mr. Sweets, we got Mr. Sweets in the building over here.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, certified at least 40 grams of sugar in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
All right, like we're looking at least 100 on that bitch.
All right, man. So, you know, the reason we're talking about Mr. Sweets, obviously Valentine's Day, the chocolates, the sweets, and all that. You know, we all have our cravings and our go-tos when it comes to that sugar time. You know, some of you like those cheesecakes after a meal. Some of you like those candies, whatever you could get, your 7-Elevens. So, you know, just for all our sweet connoisseurs, those people that love to get that little bit of sugar after a meal, you know what I'm saying? We might just have to get a top 5 in this bitch. And
okay, I'm about it. I'm down to get a little, you know how, I mean, we've mentioned it a little bit in the previous episode, diversifying our portfolio so we could diversify our sweet portfolio. And like, we can go from like the little ratchet sweets to like, you know, little fancy sweets and like, you know, get in that bag.
You know, kind of going back with the rules that we always go to, no repeats.
Oof, yeah, okay, I'm down.
And so
yeah, fair to say.
You know?
Okay, cool. With that being said, I'm gonna press the button. I have the mic, so I'm gonna just get mine out of the way.
Just to let people know, you ain't Mr. Sweets, but I'll let you slide.
Hey, I know, but I know I just gotta get it out of the way. You know, I might not be the most sweetest person. I'm a little salty. You know, I like my salts, but a little salt, a little pico de gallo. You know, I'm a spicy guy. But I'm gonna hit it with a nice, you know, a nice cheesecake. And you ask what kind? I'll be nice and simple. I'll do a strawberry cheesecake for myself.
Ooh, okay.
Yo, let me break down some stories real quick.
Oh,
there was a period in time when we used to ride around, bro. We were riding around in an old, you know, little Grand Cherokee. You know, a Cherokee.
Oh Lord!
With a fake bullet.
Well,
a fake bullet shot.
You know, hey man, we come from a very suburban town, so when they see like 5 shotties in a car with a bullet hole on the side,
gotta get that street cred, you know.
But yeah, we used to hit up the Burger Kings for those little strawberry
cheesecake.
Oof.
Okay.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Yeah. On, so I want to give you your props in that selection because that's a very good pick, bro. A very good pick.
I'll take it. Yeah, that's definitely a good pick.
You want to take 2?
I'll take number 2. I'm just gonna go kind of like not that much of a high level.
Mhm.
You know, we keep it simple, kind of like
Tranquilo.
the dollar. You spend only $1
On a
okay?
budget, on a budget.
On a budget. You're on a budget. You're on the line of like you're about to check out.
Okay.
You know, you see the candy section. You're like, ooh, real quick, I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna go with Twix.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a fire one.
Right. I'm just going with Twix.
Respectful.
I'm just
Very
going with
respectful.
Twix.
Very
I
respectful.
like-
I ain't even mad. It's definitely
I
my
started
tops.
from the bottom.
Yeah.
Now we might get up here.
Hey, and we said, I don't care if you're right, and I don't care if you're left.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? This is not
this is the
political.
fucking-
Hey,
this
you
is
do
the
what you
fucking
want.
10th episode.
You
This
do
is
you,
the
boo
10th
boo.
episode.
You do you.
This is the 10th episode. We don't
No,
care.
Yeah, we're
it's
not
10.
political. We're not
We got
right,
for-
or we're
for
not
the-
left.
We're the indecision. We indecisive. We trying to, you know, we're here just
Exactly.
doing it.
From the
Exactly.
grind to the top. That's how we play it. around here.
Exactly, man. Oof.
Salute.
It's
Salud, salud, salud. Oof.
Hey, hard to follow that one, bro. Hard to follow that one. I'm gonna keep it very white girl,
Ooh.
very
Ooh.
domesticated.
Okay.
I'm a married man.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Haagen-Dazs. You know what I'm saying? You get
Oh.
at Publix. Sometimes I'm a deal
Ooh, he getting fancy.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go with the vanilla chocolate chip. You know, that's
Ooh.
wifey's favorite.
Okay,
you know, we
okay.
go half and half on a pint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
okay.
it's one of those. It's a good
Yeah.
movie night treat for
Hey.
all my married people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let me ask you, did wifey put you on that or did you put wifey on that?
Ooh. I
So
wanna know
okay.
that.
So I've been on Haagen-Dazs for a long minute, but definitely the chocolate chips. I got into it more so when wifey's was buying it.
Okay.
Okay. Fair. As far as the Twix, Mr. Twix, because that's a good one. Have you ever had like the ice cream Twix?
Yes, I have.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I was gonna say
OMG.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to be bold. And
Hey,
I tell you,
we're here to be bold today.
I started from the bottom. Now we're here. So,
Okay.
you know, let me take my step. This is episode 10.
I can respect that.
You know, I'm going from like grocery. You're with moms. You're like, Mom, can I get that? And she's
Yeah.
like, Yeah, you get it. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, $1. I ain't going expensive. I'm going $1.
Right.
That's
And when
it.
you're an only child and she says no, when you like put a little hissy fit, like,
You're like,
it's like, all right, you can get
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
I'm done. Facts.
Life hack. Throw a
Facts.
pissy
If
fit when you're an only child.
If you're an only child, you know you're definitely throwing that little fit.
Hey, you want the latest DBZ toy or the latest Pokemon card? Hey, do what you got to do to get that shit.
Bro,
Trying to-
we ain't got no other kids. Who you spending this money on?
I'm asking for $1 candy.
Come on, man.
I didn't
you
ask
do?
for ice cream.
What you
I
doing?
didn't ask for nothing. I just asked for Twix right there.
Bro,
Right there.
bro. All right, number two.
Number
Who's gonna hit
two.
it with number 2, bro?
Omizi.
I'm down. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Switch it up, you know. Episode 10.
you know, I'm gonna keep it on that level of like financial.
Okay.
You know, let's take it easy.
You
We
went-
won't spend too much. You know.
You went a little higher though, number 1.
Yeah. That
You're
was
going
that was,
back to
yeah. I'm
reasonable.
taking it to the
Okay.
essentials, bro. You know, you hit the little Mickey D's. Yo, shout out to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, and you ask for that apple pie, bro.
Ooh.
That apple pie.
Are you going original or are you going?
Yes, I'm glad you said that because
Obviously-
there's different kinds of there's two completely
Okay,
different.
right?
Okay, and I respect that, but it's like at the end of the day, it's still apple pie.
Okay.
It gets the job done, but it ain't the same.
Yeah. Obviously, the OGs hold a different level for me, but
Yeah.
I will just say because they're not being made no more, I'll go with the modern apple pie. But apple pie is different, especially when you twist it. You left the club, you left the bar, and you just need some carbs or something good in the
Might happen
system.
after this podcast. Tyler, bro.
Hey,
You know what
man,
I'm
that's what I'm saying,
I can respect that. I will say it's not the same. Every time I bite, I'm like,
I respect that.
I miss it
But
so much.
It's still better than like 50% of the other desserts you can get out there. Because
That's a solid number. I'll give you that.
I won't put a pause on that.
Of the generic apple pie.
Oh, okay. Hey, he's dropping number 2, bro.
And dropping number 2.
Oh, okay.
That's the shit right there. He gonna drop the shit.
I love how like we skipped the rotation and we went like the counters, but it's cool. It's cool. I got the first one, so I'm gonna let it slide.
No, bro, you took the first one from Mr. Sweet, so he feeling some type of way.
Hey, like I said, I'm okay with it.
The way he just worded his little thing about apple pie, saying like out of fast foods, whatever, like tops. I'm gonna have to go up jumping there in the sense of like this already happened in this podcast, but I'm gonna go with my number 2. I'm still going cheap, like I said.
Okay. Hey,
I'm for the
budget.
I'm for the people in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Bullet holes in the Grand Cherokee.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we drink Modelo's up in here. We don't drink Heine's.
Hey, but when you can get Heine, you best believe I'm gonna get that Heine.
Hey man, hey man, time out. We just found out that Red Stripe is Heineken.
Hey.
Wow, that's
Yes.
So shout out to Red Stripe.
Red Stripe. You just gained
Red Stripe.
You just gained another loyal customer.
It's just one thing, you know what I'm saying?
One thing and one thing only.
One thing only.
Hey, shout out to all our Caribbeans and the island folk in that bitch.
One love, everybody. One love.
So I'm gonna go for number 2. You was talking about, McDonald's, McD, whatever.
Man, I keep it, for the people.
But we had it on the podcast already. On this episode, I'm gonna go with Burger King's, the cheesecake.
Ooh.
That hit different, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, which cheesecake?
Which one? Because we can't do the
strawberry. The one we just talked about.
No, but I thought we can't do repeats.
Oh.
No, but you had it already?
Strawberry cheesecake.
He gave the generics.
Like strawberry cheesecake in general. So that. Yeah.
Okay, my beat.
It's all good. It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad.
I'm not mad. I don't want the viewers to be like, I thought they said no repeats.
Gotcha.
Hey, Cobra Kai.
All right, don't worry. So I'm gonna go a little fancy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little fancy.
You got me excited with the first one.
You threw $1 the first time. Don't be scared.
More like subject in the sense of like cheesecake, but I get it. Don't worry.
You could change it, but not strawberry cheesecake.
When you said cheesecake, you were going like, I thought you were going like cheesecake.
You were going the New York style classic. Take it easy.
I was going the cheap way.
Don't get me started with that New York style.
I was like, I went from Publix to like the Burger King, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go a little higher. Of course. You probably don't know about this, but I'm gonna go with Suspiro La Limeña.
Oh, can you tell me what that is? Because that sounds phenomenal.
What is that? What are you bringing?
I'm gonna let the people search it. Suspiro a la limeña. It's made from dulce de leche.
Ooh, okay.
Is the Suspiro like the little stick things?
No. It's just like a little cup. Mm-hmm. And it's made from like dulce de leche.
Okay.
With like,
you lost me at dulce de leche. I ain't that much of a sweet guy. I like sweets, but I don't love sweets. But dulce de leche hit different.
You know what they call me, so I don't gonna say it.
Dulce de leche, that shit hit different.
I don't got
azúcar.
All right, man. I like it. Hey, by the way, J Balvin, I just want to say one thing and one thing only. You my dog. But once upon a time, I was in a studio and I said something along those lines. But I'm glad that you were able to monetize it and do your damn thing with it. Shout out to you, my brother. But anyways, el negocio socio. So since I came in a little high, I'm gonna go down because I was feeling bold.
Yo, why is he pulling up soon?
All right, we are back with the indecision. Sorry about that. It looks like Pacho's number 2 sweet might have broke the internet on that one. We had some technical difficulties, and due to the whole rules and regulations of this pandemic, looks like we have to kind of do the whole social distancing. We were getting a little bold, and we didn't want to cause no ruckus with no Karens and nothing. So we each in our environments, in our bubbles. So we here. We're back at it.
Yes, sir. So just to go back a little bit on number 2, it's called Suspiro La Limeña. It's kind of like a pudding, like made from like either dulce de leche or caramel, one of those two. So it's one of those like kind of like top off with like a little bit of, it's not really whipped cream, but it's kind of like a homemade whipped cream type vibe. But yeah, that's my number 2, man.
Sounds very enticing.
Super sweets. I'm not one of them's. So I'll be completely honest, man. My Cubans are gonna kill me for this, but the leche condensadas and the dulce de leches and all that super sweetness, it's a little above my level. Like, that's where I start feeling like, ooh, diabetes.
I feel you. It's one of those, like, it's so good. I fuck with it. And I'm more of a salty guy, so it's like too much. So I'll be like, I'll dabble. And I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm good. But people will be like, it's like, yo, donkey. But shit, number 2. I'm gonna have to hit it. I was gonna do a little cheap, I started off a little high because we trying to get bold, and I'm lowering my budget.
You weren't really high.
I was bold, Canada Dry. I'm not gonna go too low yet. I'm gonna take it down a notch little by little. I'm gonna go with arroz con leche with a nice amount of cinnamon canela. I'm one of them. It's if you don't get the right one, it could be hit or miss. But if you get a nice grandma homemade arroz con leche, yeah, that shit fire.
Ooh.
That's another one that could be a little sweets for me. But if definitely it's one of those, if you get it the right temperature, because temperature, that's one of those that temperature actually makes a great deal of difference. Like if it's nice, old,
bro, that shit, huge difference. It's temperature, amount of sugar, cinnamon, all that.
Exactly.
I ain't a big fan of it, so.
Hey, that's why it's my number 2, not your number.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I'm glad someone took it because I'm like, oof, that was definitely not on my list.
Oh man, yeah, that's definitely one of those. It definitely can't be room temperature. It has to be at the right temperature and sweets and everything involved in it. You know, gotta be the right person making it.
I feel it because I know people who like it like right off the pot type thing, and I know people who like it like really cold.
I like it cold. I'm a cold. Yo soy frío, man.
Frío.
Number 3s, man. Number threes.
Who's going for it?
Keep the rotation going. I already went, so one of you guys take it.
So I'll take this one, man. I'll take it on one of those little vibes when you know about to hit the movie theater. And if you're one of them, say you don't want to buy your candies at the movie theater, you go to the gas station, the Walgreens, and
on a budget.
You know what I'm saying? You throw that in wifey's purse, and you're good. I'm gonna go with sweet tarts, man. I'm one of those candy people. It takes me back to my childhood days. You know, to me, I see sweet tarts like the better version of Smarties because they're like a little more like sour and shit. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna hit it with the sweet tarts for this one, bro.
Yo, shout out to wifey's bags for that situation right there. That shit was so clutch. Oh, that's true. God.
Yeah, if you got wifey that's carrying one of those little purses, it's like, come on, girl, like really? Like,
that's true.
I got you, girl. You want a bag? I got you. I'm gonna get you a good bag, nice size. It got pockets for the sweets.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Show that MK. Show that MK.
Can you fit a Chipotle in there?
That's when you know you made it. That's when you know you made it. All right, so I'll go for it. Number 3 for me. I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm a big fan of just ice cream, but I'm gonna just name it because I'm a huge fan of milkshake too. So I'm gonna go with that Cold Stone strawberry blonde milkshake.
Okay. Can't go wrong with the milkshake.
The Coles.
Ooh, milkshakes. You just.
And I know everybody goes for like, you know, the regular ice cream, whatever you want to call it,
waffles,
like the waffle, exactly, the cup, whatever. But I go with the milkshakes, man. I'm a milkshake person.
You know? That's something I gotta look into, bro. I don't think I've ever done a milkshake from
milkshakes.
The Cold Stones, man.
Clutch.
Okay. I'm gonna tap into that for my next one, but you know, let me get my little cheapie on a budget real quick, you know, because times be rough.
You
so
on a budget.
On a simple day, you know, you got a little bit of munchies, or you with your wifey or your whatever. You know, Reese's peanut butter cup. That's part of my go-to. I love me some peanut butter, and you know, I fucks with the Reese's.
Can never go wrong, bro. Can never go wrong with the Reese's. Reese's or Reese's, whatever you like to cut. You know, it's tomato. You know what I'm
saying? Like your niche and your niche.
Yeah.
Hey.
Big facts, man. Big facts. All right, number 4, man. Number 4, Pacho, what you got, man?
Number 3.
Well, I think we're about to pull up on 4, right?
Yeah, we're number 4 now.
Got you. Okay.
So number 4 for me, I'm gonna go cheap again.
Ay, hombre, pero coño, tanta caña.
Yo no fronteo.
Pero you know, every now and then we trying to get both.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, if I go ham, I'm gonna go with that chocolate cake.
Ooh.
With the extra fudge, you know what I'm saying? The Cheesecake Factory one, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Cheesecake Factory.
Oof. And I ain't even going that fancy, but you know me, man. You know, just
as long as it got sugar, it's all you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Come on, man. I always got space for that.
The fact.
Diabetes, bring it on, man.
Oh my god.
knock on wood.
For real, knock on wood. Yeah, you're right.
Man. Yo, man. All right, man. I'm gonna hit my number 4. You know, a nice little drive-through pickup. Can never go wrong, bro. I'm gonna hit it with the Chick-fil-A's, the cookies and cream milkshake, man. You know, can never go wrong with that. You know, hits the spot after your little your chicken sandwich. So you know, definitely a go-to for me. You know,
that's true.
All right. Since homie over here hit it with a milkshake, it's not a milkshake per se, but I'm gonna get in that bag. motherfucking root beer float. I'm one of them. Give me a
You
motherfucking
one
root
of
beer float with a
them.
nice, like a 3 scoop. You know, I don't always get sweet, but when I do, let me get a 3 scoop vanilla, 2 scoops in the cup, 1 on the side. Fill that bitch up with root beer. Whoo!
You know, I never had one of those. So I cannot know what it
Shits
is.
are fucking fire.
I'm a float, but I can't do the root beer, bro. I'm not a root beer person.
True, it's for your root beer lovers.
Acquired taste, you know. I do a little Coca-Cola or Sprite if need be.
I never had none of that shit. So I don't know how it even tastes or nothing.
It's a unique feeling, bro. It's a unique feeling. It's kind of like when you eat ice cream and you sip soda after that, you get like that intense, like bubbly feeling on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like as you're eating it instead, because it's like
definitely different.
Ooh,
it's definitely
okay.
different.
Yeah, and it foams up a lot. Yeah, you know, floats is definitely you got to be in that right vibe. It's like it's not something that you could do daily, I would say.
Okay. So
right.
that was so easy.
So we're gonna hit number 5.
It's the
number
final
5.
countdown.
This is it's a tough one, man. You know,
It's a tough one.
I want to get in my bag for this one, man.
I don't want to leave any sweets behind, you know, like
I'm the same way. I'm like, damn, they call me Mr. Sweet for something, but
I gotta
you know,
hit a bang with this one.
Oof, man. You know, I'm gonna hit it with just a classic, bro. Nothing better than a classic. You know what I'm saying? You can never go wrong with a classic.
I'm a classic man.
You know, Rice Krispie treat, bro.
Ooh.
You know, like it's one of those that, bro, you can hit that bitch for breakfast. Like you can do a Rice Krispie for breakfast. You can do a Rice Krispie for dessert. You can do a Rice Krispie as a snack. You know, you never go wrong. And if you're one of them, you know, talented in the kitchens, go make your own. You feel me,
bro? And then when they started getting in that bag of like adding chocolate chips and it was
that's true. That's true.
And the chocolates. Oof.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Oh man, you can't go wrong, bro. You can't go wrong with the Rice Krispies, man.
That's true. You can never go wrong, bro. So so I'm gonna go with number 5 for me. And I'm gonna keep it like just light, not light, because I mean we talk about sweets, but I guess it's more. I guess it's more of like I feel like more of like a South American vibe. So I'm gonna go with the Frosted Flakes with some yogurt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you put it in a bowl.
Yes. Oh, they have those little like the little thingy with like the top cap. I feel you. They have different kind of like cereals.
Exactly. You can do a different type of cereals and everything. For me, it's just traditional. I'm gonna go with Frosted Flakes.
Hey, I see you, blood. I see you, blood.
And then some strawberry banana yogurt. You know.
Ooh, that's a nice.
That's sweet though. That is sweet right there. Like,
yeah, these are pretty healthy ones too, compared to like everything else we've been dropping.
Depending on what cereal you get, you know.
Exactly. Depending on what cereal, what type of yogurt and stuff. But like, it's one of those like I can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh yeah, for sure. Meal replacement.
Yeah. Gallo, what you got for number 5?
Shit, you just took me down memory lane. Since you're kind of going in that bag and like cultural South American vibes, there's this one. Can't remember the name specifically. It's been too long, but it's kind of like the same idea, but it's like instead of cereal, it's like yogurt with like fruit. So you know you can have like strawberries, peaches, blueberries, blackberries, whatever the hell different kind of concoctions they have, and it's really simple, kind of like a little Lunchable. Just pop that shit open, scoop all that shit, put it in the fucking chip, mix that shit up. Woo! Fuego.
Okay.
Yeah, since we already finished it, man. You know, ones some honorable things, honorable mentions, but not honorable mentions. These are just some things that, you know, you just reminded me of. You remember the Lunchables where you used to get like the Lunchable, but it was a cookie, and then you would like put the frosting, and then put like the chocolate chips on it.
Oof, I never got one of those, but I did see like people.
It was like a pizza version, but it was like all sweet. And it's like, yo, how much sugar can you consume? You know, I got a little frosting, some chips, and then the base.
You got the brownie too, with like the frosting too.
Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of those Lunchables, man, I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, like I like to eat good. Like if it ain't like the pizza or the nachos, I'm like here disheartened. Like you got like the basic ham and cheese and crackers, which gets the job done.
Yeah,
but like
I think when you're grown, you appreciate more of the crackers and cheese and turkeys and hams.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That for me, that's a go-to airport food. Like, you know, like you're in a place,
staple airport diet food.
bro. You're not too sure, and like, you know, the eating areas are looking a little questionable. It's like, yo, what you got in your go-tos in the little like, you know, library mixed with candies and fruit section.
Yeah.
And you find a little Lunchable in that bitch. Hey man, let me take one of these.
How that cheese looking? We good? Okay.
Expiration. Oh, I got 2 days.
Expiration day is good. We're good.
Yeah, man. Big facts, man. And you know, one thing, bro. You know, now that we were able to get a nice flavor for the, you know, the Terramanas, man. Yo.
Okay.
You know, obviously, Gallo, once you get a bottle of your own, man, you gotta let us know what you think.
Hell yeah, man.
Man, what you thinking so far, bro? What would be your rating of this Terramana Tequila Reposado, I'm sorry, that we had today? Gluten-free and, may I mention, 0 carbohydrates and 0 sugar.
Well, you know, I ain't a big tequila fan unless I'm getting late, and I'm in a party, and then just somebody calls shots, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. And you know, when everybody calls shots, it's definitely gotta be tequila. So
Man,
for certain people, though, it's got to be around the certain individuals, because some people out here be like questioning certain alcoholic beverages and things of that nature. But I feel you. I respect that comment and that statement 150%.
I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I ain't saying no names, bro. It could be fulanito this, fulanito that. I ain't saying no.
It looked like, I mean, I know you weren't shades.
This man has the bomb right there.
It looks like your eyes were pointing around my camera. So
I don't know what you talking about. I don't speak English.
I ain't gonna take it personally.
I don't speak English.
But I ain't a big tequila fan, but
yeah, fuck that.
You know, extra cold. I mean, you have to have it in the freezer or whatever.
Yes, sir.
With some lime and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
7. That's very disheartening on my end, because obviously I haven't had it, and like just thinking outside the box of like the rock and this and that. It's like, damn, a 7. But I feel you, because tequila is. I'm good.
It's just one of them. It's like one of them.
It's got to be the special moment, special day.
Exactly. For me, it's more like a party vibe. Like everybody's just like, oh, shots. I'm like, okay, tequila. Like I won't do like a whiskey shot or like a rum shot or whatever, a vodka shot. Like for me, it's always a tequila shot. But I mean, it wasn't bad. Like it had like I guess when you first tasted it, wasn't bad. Just like on the way down, it was just like, oh, okay, I'm drinking tequila for sure. So it was one of them. So that's why I'm giving it a 7, because also it was cold. Because I felt like when we drink it, when it was kind of hot, it was like, oh, it was horrible. Not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm not a tequila person. So, but when it was cold and then you just take the shot, the first like sip, it was fine. Because you know, sometimes you take a tequila shot and just from the beginning, you're like, oh my God, this is horrible.
There goes the night.
Yeah, right? You're like, oh, I fucked up. I should have chosen something else. I should have been like a manly enough just to say no. I ain't taking no shot. But
say no to peer pressure.
You know, it's kind of hard.
Right.
But yeah, from like the first sip wasn't bad, but just when it went down, I was just like, ooh, okay. It kind of reminded you were drinking tequila. So that's why I'm giving it a 7, because it wasn't bad.
Yeah, my overall, you know, review would probably be I would align with that with a 7. I think that's a fair you know, rating. Like if we wanted to go through like the whole aesthetic of the bottle and everything like that, maybe a 7.5, because you know, it's a nice thick bottle. It almost feels like one of those like pirate vibes, like very thick, you know, rum looking bottles. And then on the top you have like the, you know, like I forgot what's the term of that, but you know, like that kind of like Hawaiian mana whatever type cultural vibe on the top with like, you know, it's you know, he put his culture right into the bottle, so I have to respect that. And I have to respect the whole aesthetic of the bottle. But when it comes to the tequila itself, I don't think anybody can say it better than Pacho did. You know, for people like us that are not tequila drinkers, like you know, when you go to a club, that's the go-to. Especially if you're in California, you know, most likely they're coming at you with some tequila shots. It's Cali, you know, and even down here in South Florida, bro, most of the times, like when you go get a shot, the most acceptable shot that, you know, most people would drink is tequila. So it's like,
it's universal.
You know, exactly. Once you're in that surrounding and that environment, you're just going to end up drinking tequila at some point. That's why you're better off like starting with tequila instead of going through the waves of like, I'll do rum and coke, I'll do this. And then, you know, somebody's going to get shots later, but they're going to get a tequila shot. So You know, then you're in that process of mixing, and next thing you know, you're like the guy you at my wedding. Yo, where is he?
Next time you getting a hoodie or something.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, at some point, you know, face adversity.
Yeah.
If you're not a tequila drinker, face it, put it down, keep drinking tequila the whole night. Maybe drink some Modelo's or Coronas to kind of maintain the buzz if you don't want to take that many shots. But, you know, it's a 7, man, a solid 7. I don't want to take down for what The Rock has done. We're just not tequila drinkers on this cast.
Yep. So it's fair to say on my outlook, because I haven't tried it. So branding and as far as putting, you know, stuff into the bottle, that's there. But tequila, it's tough to like give, you know, that much credit to tequila if you're not a tequila drinker. It's funny that you bring those stories, you know, once upon a time, Gallo died once upon a time at a wedding for, let's just say too many mixtures of different things. You know, it was insane.
Concoctions.
Too many, way too many. I don't suggest anyone do that. But anyways, it brought up a flashback of, man, it's one of those moments of like, even like just trying to be like a nice giving person. You're with the squad. Hey, yo, this round's on me. Once upon a time, we were at a club doing our thing, doing a little VIP event for our Flow brand type of thing. And I was trying to be like a nice guy, you know. We had one of my boys' girls with us, this and that. So I got everybody a shot of tequila. You know, let's say, you know, we all put it down, and let's just say, yo,
like Ric Flair, woo!
I ain't gonna say nothing else. No names.
Oh man, hey, all I know is that was their VIP. We came and we took over.
And I'm here like, damn, I was trying to do a good thing, like be nice, be generous, and
yeah. I'll leave it here before we transition to the next topic. When you see someone throwing up into their cup,
into their fine thin champagne cup,
and put it down on the table, like, and put it down on the table, yo.
No shame.
She done.
Deuces.
That's all you gotta say. Done.
Out.
This is my shame. VIP now.
You best believe I'm gonna leave the situation. Let y'all enjoy your moment and be deuces somewhere else where you can't see me, because I got that the common courtesy to not ruin everyone else.
And I have a quick gag reflex. So seeing that shit, I don't even know how we maintained it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flacco being.
I think you and me were like looking at her like, did not just happen,
bro. Hey,
I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Flacco was there. Nice, silent, calm.
Bro, Flacco is a fucking MVP with those.
Bro, this man, he's like, he can adapt to any situation. It could be one of those.
Granddaddy Flax,
aka Mandalorian, aka Narcos, aka Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
AKA what was it, Santeria, whatever he was doing.
Oh, that one fortune teller type thing. Yeah.
He was like,
an AKA the villain from Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out Flox, man. Flox is one of those that you could be one of those situations where your boy's like having a horrible fight with his girl, and he will sit there in the background, silent as a motherfucker, and you won't even notice. Like he'll just let you be,
Naita papita. Yeah.
And he'll drive you home.
Yo, shout out to drive you home. I gotta give him that one.
Yeah. Straight up, man.
You ever need someone to look after you get too fucked up after a night? Call 1-800-FLACO. He got you covered.
1-800 Granddaddy Flags.
My favorite boss of all time. You know,
yeah. He's another
lawyers at one point. Oh man. All right, man. So yeah, we got the Terramana reviews in there, bro. Yo, man, I want to address the elephant in the room, bro.
All right.
Hit it.
I want to address the fact that, are we not alone anymore? Is it fair to say that we're not alone? TMZ has reported that there has been images, taken in LA of a UFO. TMZ even went as far to try to see if they could recreate the image or find the image in a past search to see if it was something that was already kind of like created. And they couldn't find no traces of it, man. So this is looking like this might be a real UFO sighting in LA. So the elephant in the room is, are we not alone in the galaxy? Is it
definitely not, bro? Like I think at this point, if you're in the mindset of like you think we're alone, then you might be a little foolish, and
you're a flat earther.
You're one of them. No
Kyrie.
dicks, no beefs, because we're here for everybody. We're trying to promote good vibes. But like, bruh, just think about 2020, how it started when we went through the whole damn pandemic, COVID. They had the audacity to bring up, oh, now you want to say that UFO sightings and all this is real, blah blah blah.
I'm releasing hidden documents and shit that's
like what?
Classified for years, for sure.
The way I look at it is, besides the fact that the galaxy is fucking beyond us and is like ginormous, there's got to be something else out there. Maybe it's not like the big alien head with the crazy eyes. Maybe it's us with like an extra limb or some shit, like more advanced. But even like in the sense of like all these movies we see, like you mean to tell me we have the technology and the idea to portray that like visual image, and like they're not a single percentage ounce of it is like true? Like, I don't know, that to me that's like, oh shit.
No, yeah, I'm 100% with you. Like, I don't think we're alone. There's definitely something else. I'm just surprised it's taking a while for us to like kind of like, I guess, call it that visit from them type thing. I mean, maybe we're really into it, so I don't know how it is, but yeah, we're definitely not alone. I don't think so either. Like, just space is so big that it's just like why we think we're the only ones, but definitely there's something else. I'm just waiting for that visit. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna show him the Rods tequila, but definitely gonna show him something else. I'm not gonna introduce him to tequila and be like, "Yo, this is the first drinks." But
hey, check us out, the Indecision Podcast. You know, we're talking about you. Like, check us out, like, subscribe, do, comment, all that.
Yeah, bro. You know, I haven't made my aluminum hat yet, but once I make my aluminum hat, we good.
Next episode, we'll come prepared for it.
Yeah, facts, man. But definitely, like, just to kind of just end this conversation. At the end of the day, I've been hearing like different conversations with this, and one thing that I've really like agreed with is I think the point that they wanted us to see them, they will make themselves seen, and that's what's happening now
for sure.
Because the thing is, at the end of the day, bro, these whatever they are, aliens, these individuals, they're at a point where they're so advanced over us. Because if they have locked in how to travel from their planet to our planet, they've already beaten us. We're just trying to get to Mars, bro. We're still trying to get over there. And you tell me they're going like even longer distance than that, they're way more advanced than us. So this is one of those, like, it just so happens to be in a time where the world is in, chaos. You're seeing different things. Even like people are only talking about the United States and what we're witnessing here, but bro, Russia's having some very trippy stuff.
I was about to say Russia. That's like more like known. Like that's a daily, weekly, monthly topic of we had just seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, and we're at a period where it just so happened that the world's in turmoil. Why not like let us be seen? This could be the opportunity for them to control us. If you want to get into some conspiracy type idea, it's like a world in turmoil that doesn't know what to do with this virus. What if these crazy beings come by and be like, yo, we got the cure to your virus? Yeah. Then little by little, it's like, yo, just like we were a slave to China, we're going to be a slave to a whole nother race of beings. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely possible. We're no flat earthers here. We're definitely like, open to what the galaxies has in store for us, but it's scary, man. It's scary to see what they might be about, and what, if it's one of those, like they just pull down and we could, give them a couple little Henny, a couple bottles of Henny and just call it a day. And it's one of those chill situations, then we
try to vibe like Men in Black,
That's what I'm saying, man. You ever had some Bombay with some Canada bold? You ain't got that bold in your planet.
Not your average Canada Dry. Canada Dry bold.
Come on, man. Come on. All right, man. Let's get down to some of the entertainment stuff, Yeah,
okay. Before we get into the entertainment, I just want to do a little, not an honorable mention, nothing crazy, but hey, month of February, you already know, Black History Month. So throughout this month, next couple weeks, throughout these episodes, me and my partners here will give a couple shout outs to some people that we think deserve their roses, their flowers while they're living, because we live in a world where when people die and they pass, now you want to like be about it and show them their love and this and that. So, just be patient. We're going to throw in some names. There's way too many kings and queens out there to show appreciation for. But so just throughout these episodes, stay tuned. We're going to be throwing them discreetly and randomly. So yeah, just, be aware.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, man. So music, anything you guys wanna tap into today?
Music, I'm not gonna lie, nothing new for me, but I've been going a little back in time because I've been out of the game. You guys, I wanted to say laughing at me because it's not like that. I love the whole Latin urban music and shit, but I was like, let me change it up a little bit because it's always the same tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka. But like, so I went with some old school hip hop, LL Cool J and all that. It's kind of like change it up a little bit, but no, nothing new for me. How about you, fellas?
I mean, I got into a little bit like you said, like kind of felt like everything was the same. I found something new, which is this guy called Late Night Jiggy,
Yeah, that
which
was
I felt
nice.
that vibe with
Oh
like that
yeah.
Spanish and English version, which I think was pretty dope. And then
That's nice.
so yeah, that's one. It's kind of like urban slash I guess hip hop slash R&B reggaeton. I feel like that vibe of them.
Since I kind of know because you showed me and you put me on and I listened to that now that I think about it. Best way I can describe him is a Latin Hispanic party next door. If you ask me, that's what I kind of had a little
Yes,
vibe of, and I fucked with it heavy. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice,
yes,
nice.
that's true.
That sounds like a great fusion. Man, yo, for me, obviously I still been on the hip hop scene. I'm still listening to the deluxe edition of The Voice, Little Dirk. We got little baby on there, Pooh Shiesty, a couple of big names, man. Still going with that melodic type feel. And it almost seems like this was supposed to be the first disc to the original Voice because this has the intro on there, a couple other tracks. But yo, man, Lil Durk doing his thing. Besides that, I believe Young Thug dropped something with his little crew. I think Yak Gotti's on that. But yeah, man, a lot of good music, hip hop wise. You're seeing a lot of little collaborations. That's one thing. Like I think we said in past podcasts was we wanted to see the same thing happening in hip hop that was happening in the reggaeton and urban Latino scene, where it's like all these individuals are teaming up together and making these super songs and these super albums. And from right now, man, yo, I'm not gonna speak up because obviously there's been a couple of deaths on the social media and a couple of crazy like killings, bro, from the dude that made the song "Watch Me Nene" or whatever. So some crazy shit like that happening, but minus all that negativity, concentrating on the positivity, a lot of collaborations like we wanted to see, and it's nice to see, bro, man. Hip hop is doing their thing, and I
Like you
want to say
said.
something bold statement.
Oh,
Oh, you got the bold
dun, dun,
Canada
dun,
Dry bold statement of the
dun.
day.
Yo,
Dun,
hip
dun,
hop
dun,
right
dun.
now is the biggest genre of music in the world, and I'll leave it there.
Oh,
I don't know how I
okay.
feel about that, but hey, I respect
The
it.
Hey,
only
We
thing,
all
the
have a
only,
he called it
voice.
out. He said
the
it was a
only
bold
thing,
statement.
hey, the only other genre I could say close to, because I'm saying worldwide, bro. We're getting to a point where I'm seeing Middle Eastern people heavily influenced by hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like people from different, because I've been to a decent amount of places in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And before, I'll be that person blasting the G Unit CD, in my little CD player. And nobody even knew about that shit. And
And
now
the
you're
Honda
seeing,
Pilot.
yeah, oh yeah, that's here though. Here, hip hop's been a thing for a minute, but to see it hitting a global and like everywhere is influenced, even to the point that you listen to, urban Latino music, trap is almost like coming off of trap music from hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like that grimy and that bumping thing. So you're seeing it tapping into a bunch of different fields. And bro, I was on my Apple Music and I'm seeing French rap, I'm seeing Indian rap, I'm seeing all these genres that I didn't even knew existed in rap.
Yeah.
And that drill shit from England and UK that have been killing it for a while. Biggest genre of music right now.
But I feel like it's been there. It's just like now with what's it called, social what's it called, I guess with like Instagram and Facebook
TikTok, bro. TikTok is
and
taking that
everything
to
is just
another
like I
level.
feel like now they become like in a sense of more popular, but I feel like you always had that. Like you always have like the England grind. You always had that French
Yeah,
hip
yeah.
hop or rap or like even like Spanish
Bro,
rap or
even in
whatever.
Africa, they got some crazy drill over there too. And I'm like, okay.
Exactly. So I feel like it's always been there, but it's just like now it's like more out there.
And the spotlight's
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's like it can reach more people in the sense of like you have Apple Music or Spotify or whatever Pandora, whatever you
The
listen
funny
to your
thing is,
music through.
And they're probably not even liking the hip hop that we like that real deep shit. They're probably just liking those pop songs, those body yaddy 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 yaddy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't matter. It just all falls into that genre of hip hop, and it's just, bro, it's so popping now, man. Like
No,
hip hop
yeah, I feel it. Like I feel like back in the day, let's say it was rock and shit, and now hip hop is one of them. Like, but I feel like it's always been there because like I don't know, I like Spanish hip hop has always been there, and then I'm pretty sure from everywhere around, like it's just like now it's due through this social media or whatever, you can pass it around like easier, so it's like more popular. But I feel like it's always been there. Like I'm pretty sure if you talk to people, they're like, yeah, I heard like people like rap from like let's say like French rap or like probably even Chinese or whatever. It's just like now it's more out there.
Facts.
Very true. That shit's been, hey, yeah, that shit's been around for too damn long. And I'm not gonna say you're wrong because you're definitely not. Because at the end of the day, hip hop, reggaeton is pretty much Spanish hip hop. You know, us, you know, we're all Hispanic
Under
blooded.
the same umbrella, I say.
Yeah, we're all like blood, you know, the culture, the vibe. We all have that. I personally, that's like my thing. So I'll be a little bit more prideful than others for it, whatever. But it's kind of the same thing. It's just in Spanish. And then big thing that we've talked about, like reggaeton and the certain people, the trailblazers that are, they don't need to be considered, oh, I'm the fucking best, I'm this and that. No, they just want to do their part, be recognized, and like be appreciated. So like, yeah, I mean, yeah, hip hop is definitely a fucking bumping genre, whether it's fucking English, Spanish, Chinese, British, fucking all those other ones we mentioned. And yeah, that's a fair statement in that sense, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Music wise, anything else, or should we get it right
So,
into the?
I do have something music wise. I guess we can relate it to music, but it's not necessarily music. But as far as one of the fucking hottest artists in the world right now, Bad Bunny, getting to live a fucking dream, being in wrestling, WrestleMania, and like Raw and all that. Like, holy shit! What? No way, he's fucking doing it.
That's crazy.
That's big facts, man. That's, you know, definitely if you're one of those kids that grew up into the wrestling era, he's living the dream for sure.
Yeah,
big time, bro.
And to be on like one of those stages that's, you know, it's on, you know, national television, and to rep your shoes that you just, you know, created from Adidas, you know, it's dope, man. He's living the dream, bro. And I want to say one thing that I want to give him a lot of props for while we're in this conversation of giving roses, like we were saying before, for him to rock a Tego Calderon like t-shirt during that whole Monday Night Raw. It's like, you know, very respectable for any of those individuals that didn't know who he was prior. They definitely Googled, or they definitely were like trying to find that tea and figure out who that dude was. And yo, shout out to him, bro. Always giving flowers to the people before us. You know, he's a real legend, bro.
And it's like, man, I get it, you know, wrestling, like entertainment. It's always been like staged and acted or whatever, but more so when they changed that F to an E and made it not federation, but entertainment. So obviously you can kind of see a little bit of the cheesiness and like but bro, this man still said, fuck it, let me get on here. Let me jump off like I'm Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy. In my mind, I'm like, bro, that's like me in the fucking 90s jumping off my grandma's dresser. Luckily, I never broke my fucking neck or some shit, but bro,
I broke the bed.
I definitely heard a couple. It's like, oh yeah, but shout out to Bad Bunny, bro. He's out here living his fucking life, and he's doing it. No one can talk shit about him. Like, yeah, you could like make fun of the way he like dresses or what he does, but bro, you mean to tell me if you couldn't be doing all the shit he's doing, you wouldn't sign up for it? Like, come on.
That's true.
One thing I want to say about like with the dressing stuff is like they can't even say nothing to him in regards to that. This man is such a pop icon already. Like, you gotta hate on Dennis Rodman. You gotta hate on all these individuals.
Madonna, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, like you cannot hate on that man for that. Like, come on, sit your ass down.
You don't know, like, just like we're not flat earthers. Like, look, being weird and different and out of the ordinary sells. It's you know, it's in.
That's true. That's true.
Big facts, man. Big facts. And yeah, man. Entertainment wise, when it comes to the movies, you know, next week we're gonna give a deep dives into the little things. You know,
Yes,
Pacho's gonna watch that. Me and the guy already checked it out, so we're ready to get into that one. You know, pretty impressive movies from, you know, just seeing the cast, seeing, you know, the whole concept and all that. But we'll go into a little deeper to see where we rated on our 1 through 10 and where it stands. And I'm here doing on a little probation. I've been in question for my ratings as of lately. Due to the governing staff to not get my license revoked for my ratings, I will have to be a little bit tougher on my ratings when it comes to future films, and we'll see.
Out here treading lightly.
Very.
You definitely gonna have to put your facts into your ratings for next week.
This man's gonna have to give a full fucking analysis from production team, makeup team, fucking.
I need
costume,
a 500-word essay,
soundtrack.
Bro, I used to give people's ratings when it was I give them a 6 off of just like the cast. And then from there, it could move up, I got rated.
It's not the worst because, we always need those individuals to kind of like bump up your scores a little bit.
That's what I'm saying, man. I was just taking care of people, but now, everything.
They definitely need you for the first week. They definitely need you for the first week when it comes out.
Oh, yeah. That's my signature.
They call you.
Yo, come on, man. I'm here putting 10-star reviews in that bitch, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I'm the last one.
Even though I'm just going to say with your ratings, I mean, for the Terminator, you went a little higher than me, but then you came to your facts about it.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to come down to
Off rip, I'm already going to be higher than all of you because, I'm a fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson head. That's my dog. I fucking worked out with him once upon a time. So I'll probably give him like an extra little boost, which kind of goes into what you're saying with the cast. Because certain movies, just because it has, let's say, like a Mark Wahlberg from Transformers, when they try to do the non-Shia LaBeouf and Megan Good, it's like, really wasn't that good of a movie. But because it was Mark Wahlberg, it's like, all right, I watched it and I got through it.
No, for sure. Big facts, man. And, one thing just to kind of leave off on this entertainment thing, moving forward. Wait, what is? All right, man. As we wrap up entertainment, we have to hit our favorite segment of the cast, man. Yes, it is time for sports. We're going to get a deep dive into all your favorite topics, and we're going to touch into many different leagues this week. And it's not just keeping it NFL, NBA. We're definitely going to get into all the business.
Some weeks we might just do one sport. Other weeks we might do a couple of sports. But, we got you covered. We may not be ESPN, but, we the Indecision Sports Edition.
Exactly. And, let's start off with the NFL, man. Super Bowl 55 coming up this Sunday. Chiefs against the Bucks. All the players have been cleared to play. We already gave our opinions on who we think are going to win. But, just to let everyone out there know, man, our final calls for this week's Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. So we have the GOAT against the baby GOAT in Tampa with 25,000 people, right?
Yes,
22-ish, 25, yeah.
Ooh. COVID Central.
Central.
Tampa, South Florida, or they're a little more in South Florida, but that mid to South Florida is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one, but I'm going to give it to Kansas.
Oh, so he changing it up because
I know that's what I was.
Previous episode, we went with the Bucks and like we already did.
I was gonna go with but just
now's your chance.
If they don't give him 2 minutes, I'm just gonna say that if they don't give him the last 2 minutes of the play with at least a touchdown or something or a field goal, that's why I'm gonna go with Kansas, just because consistency. Even though I know last time I went hometown, but it's just Kansas. They just won the championship. Still got the same team. Mahomes is playing. It's gonna be tough for Brady.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, sometimes people have cold feet. It's okay. I'm all on board.
One thing I'm just gonna say, bro, because you kind of disrespected them 3 times there. You gotta say Kansas City, bro, because Kansas is a whole different state. Kansas City is not in Kansas.
Oh, it's not? Oh, damn.
So what's your to continue this broadcasting, what is your forecasting, your prediction for Super Bowl Sunday?
Hey man, I'm sticking with Kansas City, bro. Kansas City, like I said, I would love to go with Florida, but honestly, I just see too much talent on the Kansas City side, and yeah, man, we're seeing a dynasty being birthed before us. And just like we did with the Patriots many years ago, we kind of just accepted it and kept living with it. That's what I'm doing now, bro. It just so happens to be another AFC team, so fuck me.
Hey, I respect it. I'm cool being the odd man out. It's fine. I'm gonna stick with this Florida State team, not Florida State Seminoles. Completely different. No. Let's not get it twisted. We might be sipping. Words might get like misconstrued, but nah. By no means do I mean the Knowles with that little fear of the spear bullshit. Nah, I'm good. But for the state of Florida, I'm gonna keep it with the Bucks and Brady. I think the stars are just too much aligning in that sense, and I just feel like it's meant to be. So we'll see what happens, Hey, I'm not gonna say Pat Mahomes can't do it because that motherfucker's a future GOAT, but I'm gonna stick with Brady and the Bucks.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
And real quick, since I just saw this X meaning 10 Roman numerals on my head, I wanted to throw another one of them roses that we were talking about earlier for a specific individual that happened to play for my favorite football team. That was, to me personally, I think he was blackballed. It's sad that he didn't get to finish his career Dallas Cowboy, but it is what it is. We live in a world where your passion based on the skin tone of your, the color of your skin is like, frowned upon because, you have your Brady's and other people, not to knock them off, but when they do it, it's like, oh shit, it's this and that. But when another brother does it, it's like, oh, he's causing ruckus and doing all this. So I'm going to just throw up the X one time for my dog, Des Bryant, because I've been there since day one. He's a real one. He's an OG. And bro, that's a beautiful comeback story. I have to say, he's not playing for the Dallas Cowboys, which kind of sucks. Makes me a little choked up here. But hey, he's back in the league. At least he was for this year. Hopefully next year someone gives him a chance to at least, get some catches, something, because he could do it, bro. He could do it. He may not be the same Des, but he could fucking get you some sort of production. And I'm going to just say one last thing and one last thing only. Des caught that motherfucking ball against Green Bay that year that we should have won. But hey, it is what it is. Refs do their thing, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Des caught it.
God damn, someone's still salty about that.
Bruh, I ain't the only one that's salty, but yeah, I'm fucking salty. Man. Like I said, I'm a salty person.
Oh man. Yo, man. Well, we're just gonna continue the line with NFL, man. Tua saying he is a franchise quarterback after all the conversations of Watson coming to Miami. Seems like the conversations for Watson going to Miami are slowing down, and he's saying that he might not be interested in the Jets, but the Raiders have, hopped in as a front runner to possibly trading Derek Carr and a few draft picks to, the Texans. So what are you guys thinking, bro? Where's Watson going?
First and foremost, what are you going to give for Watson? Because, bro, we got teams out here trading for Matthew Stafford, 2 first-round draft picks, a third-round draft pick, Jared Goff, a first-round draft pick for Matthew Stafford.
I'm not gonna an extremely solid quarterback.
I'm not gonna knock him. He's solid. He gets the job done. He's a slinger. He's tough as nails. It sucks he plays for Detroit, so obviously you know how that goes. But 2 firsts, a third, and a first-round quarterback, yo, you got me fucked up. If it's for Watson, Aaron Rodgers, or someone of that nature, okay, but damn, Watson must be 5 first-round draft picks at this point. If we're
the Rams fucked that shit up though. The Rams definitely fucked that shit up.
That's intense. I mean, good for Stafford because at least now he's in a better situation. But at the same time, good for Detroit because that's bro. To me, I think they won that.
I think they won for sure,
bro. You got 2 firsts. A first-round quarterback, because even though Goff has fallen off a little bit since the Super Bowl when he got to the Super Bowl, he's still a first-round draft pick, made it to the Super Bowl. So it's not like you're getting a nobody. So you have a little something there, and you get all that draft capital. Yo, Detroit, hey, watch out for Detroit. Not next year, but maybe within the next couple of years.
Especially being a place where nobody wanted to go play.
Right.
So those first-round picks come in handy because it's not one of those places people are like, oh yeah, let me just I want to get traded, or if you're a free agent, you're like, oh, let me hit Detroit. It's it was not gonna happen. But yeah, it's crazy. Definitely messed it up for all the other teams trying to get Watson. But for me, I would have hoped that Tua would have got his second season to see like now he's a starter and he's a starter, so people will be like, okay, let's see if he's really a franchise quarterback, especially with that injury coming out of. And then if it didn't go great, then you have the possibility of Watson like, okay, I want to get traded, and it's like, okay, it didn't work with Tua, let's just get someone good, like a franchise quarterback. But like coming out of this season, he's not a starter, then he became a starter, and then kind of finished it off on a winning season, whatever. I mean, oof. I don't know if I want to trade or not for Watson, even though you're getting a great player and a franchise player.
It's
like
so tough.
Very
That's
tough.
one of the toughest dilemmas to have. It's not a bad dilemma, but it's definitely tough.
It's not one of those like, okay, I gave up a lot for someone because you're getting a clutch player, but it's like, why you couldn't just make this like after the second season, like type shit. Like, let me get 1 year of like a solid year of like he's a starter. This is like the NFL now. Like, let's see how you play. And it's like, it's like, do we give up on him just on like 10 games type shit, or like do we go just this is our quarterback, we're gonna go with him?
To piggyback off what Omizzi said on a previous episode, hey, at the end of the day, whatever Brian Flores believes is what is deemed best for that team, go ahead and do it, because the motherfucker has done his damn fucking thing in 2 years. First year it was like the whole tank for Tua, not winning, blah blah blah, and then fucking second year 10 fucking wins, bro. I don't know, but that deserves its roses alone, and I think he's doing a great job. So hey, whatever he says goes, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if he would have made the playoffs, he would have been coach of the year. Let's just leave that.
Facts.
And then also it can go in the sense of like, if he was tanking to get Tua, is he really gonna support him for like the second season? Kind of like, don't worry, we ain't gonna trade for you. We want to keep it.
So let me express what's going on right now with all my Miami Dolphins fans. We're sitting in a position where we might have passed on our actual true quarterback.
Oof, don't.
So we're in a pickle. What you call this is a fucking pickle. Because we're at a point where we passed on who could potentially have been the best quarterback in the draft, who is the most ready to hop in the NFL and do his thing, to go with Tua, who is a winner and ideally was the one that we were thinking was tank for Tua and all this like stuff that went in it. So we're in a position where if Tua ain't the one, we're going to look stupid forever. Before this franchise gets into another period of, self-pity and thinking, oh, man, we fucked up here, we fucked up there, we fucked up here, and we fucked up there. They might just want to cut their losses now, and let's go with the guaranteed dude that could win right now, which is Watson. So that's where I'm seeing all the perspectives. And like, the guy who said, I'm going to allow our coach and ownership to make this call because I think they're not going to fuck this one up again. And I'm going to, go along with whatever they decide to do. If it's Tua, I'm glad to see what happens. I want to squash this bullshit, beef that we have with Bama that seems like, every time we get a good Bama player, we drop them or we do something foolish. And I just want to see, like, potentially what can come from this. But if we do get Watson, I'm not going to be mad, bro. Who can be mad getting Watson? You're giving Devontae Parker a quarterback that's ready and potentially – you got Juju, who's a free agent. You got all these wide receivers that are out there that could potentially come. Nonetheless, draft picks. Come on, man. We're sitting cozy right now. I'm not going to stress out. But, I would love to end the trend that's going on with Miami Dolphins and, Alabama.
I feel you 100%. And I feel like if it goes down to what team he would choose, I don't think he's going to go to the Jets.
Oh, no.
I think for me, it's like
I would hope not, because that's just
dying
fucking
franchise, bro.
depressing. Exactly. I don't wish that on nobody.
Exactly.
Facts.
Like,
go to the Giants.
I think like either he's gonna choose Miami and then work like something going on, or if not, probably the Vegas team is gonna probably take it, bro.
I'm leaning toward Vegas. I feel like when Gruden really gets his eye on a player that he wants, he's gonna lock in and get him.
He's all in. All I'm gonna say is tranqui, because Gruden is a wild one. For those that didn't know John Gruden, because I just saw recently that they're kind of like, yo, be easy, because he might be hit with one of them tampering shits, because he looks like he kind of wilding out there. So it's like, hey, take it easy, man.
Bro. Yeah, man. And this is like, also like since we were talking about earlier with the Goff, if Sean McVay gets Stafford and they don't produce and they still have great players, is Sean McVay's role come in question now?
Oof.
Because this is a league where if you don't win when you have potential, these owners will drop your ass real quick, man. And it doesn't seem like they're getting any closer to getting to the Super Bowl again. So, and they got a lot of stars on that squad.
They gave them the tools and everything. It's like, okay, you made it to the Super Bowl. Okay, we want it again to go back, and then you got to win it. And then, like you said, it's like, hey, we gave you all the tools and everything. It's the second time you traded. You wanted this trade. We gave you this trade. What's going on? I think so. Yeah, I think it's just like one of those, like, okay, this is your
hot
final.
Seat coming soon, bro.
Oof, I think so too. Hot seat.
That's a very good analysis on your end, because we do live in an era where if you're not producing, you are out the door, unless you're like Marvin Lewis or Jason Garrett, where you fucking have 9 lives and you fucking mediocrity. And it's like, oh shit, we want to be fucking basic and generic for fucking 9 years, and we don't want to fucking continue and move on and be better. But yeah, man. I wouldn't be surprised. It just sucks because, bro, McVay is that dude, bro. Like, he's young. He's got that fire. And, like, if they did let him go, it's like, hey, bro, shit, I'll take you. Because, bro, his mind and his, like, the way he's prepared and how he gets his, like, people ready and how he can relate to everybody, I fuck with heavy. But, yes, it is the NFL and it's the next man up. So if you're not producing, you got to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get down to some NBA.
Basketball.
All right. As everybody knows, February is always a big month for sports, man. So we got, Super Bowl, of course, but All-Star Weekend, which, for a second didn't look like it was going down, but it seems like it is.
Hey, man, hey, bro, fuck it. Just do a bubble scenario and make it happen. At this point, don't allow no fans. Let the views pop and do all that shit.
Definitely don't let that lady from Atlanta, the one that was beefing with LeBron, in there.
Oh my God, Karen, you done lost your mind.
Oh man, it was feeling some type of way, bro.
Yeah, man. All I'm gonna say is, we live in a world of let your voice be heard. You best believe I got my damn votes in for who I want in those All-Star appearances, if it does happen. But
yes, sir. We're definitely gonna see somebody make it there for the second time.
And you already know. Sure. Whether you consider him the GOAT in your eyes or not in your eyes, LeBron seems like he'd be leading those votes yet again at the age of fucking 36. I don't know if he's creeping on 37 probably, but, that's fucking insane. This guy is a fucking tank. He's a freak. He's a test tube baby. He's something else. And he's still out here killing the motherfucking game. And in a fantasy general manager aspect, it's like, fuck. I know I could have gotten you, and I went with Davis. Do I regret that decision? Hey, let bygones be bygones, and it is what it is. But hey, LBJ, even though we could have fucking done some great things, I still respect you, even though I'm a little hurt and salty. You a real one.
Yo, man, and since we're talking about All-Star Weekend, man, and it is episode 10, I brought out some All-Star.
Hey, dale que tú puedes.
Yeah. Area 72s. This were from All-Star Weekend back in the day when LeBron was still with the Heat, man. You already know LeBron 10 got voted back in the LeBron watch. So you're going to see a Miami Heat colorway coming out in these, bro. But yeah, I have to pull them out. Episode 10, man, and All-Star Weekend coming up. Bulls on Broadway. Jordan 10s on this side. Also an All-Star shoe, man. You don't have to keep it an All-Star edition for episode number 10. But yeah, man, one thing I do want to say, LeBron is that dude. We can never question him. But one thing it's really like getting me, and it's like, man, it's nice to see is that, everybody questioning Harden, but it seems like that trade is really working out for Brooklyn. And in a weird scenario, was this all like a scheme? Because now D'Antoni is there with Harden, and I see this connection between Harden and D'Antoni where it's
he's part of the Nets.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
He went to the Nets. He was part of the coaching staff, assistant coach.
Wow. Damn, Tony out here fucking with them 9 lives.
I want to say something because let's say 9 lives, but let's say also that maybe this is smart coaching by Steve Nash, where he's like, I noticed that I have 3 big players, and maybe I need to get coaches that can each coach these individual players because their egos are so big that if I bring in a coach to kind of hold on to each one of these individuals, maybe it's less for me to coach. And now I'm starting to see that maybe he brought D'Antoni to kind of hold on to Harden to, be like that specific coach that relays messages to Harden. Then you got Amari Stoudemire there that could probably like link up with Kyrie or KD, and you have all these. It just seems like a great staff, and bro, they're leading the East right now. So it's like, you gotta respect it, man.
That's a great point, man. Like I did earlier, man. I'm not gonna lie, that shit got my blood pressure a little high because this shit, be easy, man. I ain't trying to deal with that bullshit. I'm trying to make it this year, but so like what you said, perfect, not bad. We got Steve Nash at the head of the table, which is great because that guy's basketball IQ is beyond us. And then Stoudemire, who's fucking very underrated in that aspect, but not
and a player's coach, like somebody
and a player's coach, like, someone hell yeah. So that's a great 1-2. And then you have D'Antoni as a 3, number 3. So I will say D'Antoni, head coach, not happening. I'm sorry. I do get what you're saying. Great circumstance, situation, assistant, help with our Harden,
You think that might have been all strategy?
Maybe it could be, which would be
because the way everything has landed, it almost seems like ideal. Because remember, Sixers was a front runner, and D'Antoni was thinking about going to the Sixers, but took an assistant coach spot with the Nets. So I don't know. It just almost seems like maybe these coaching staffs are understanding that these players have these ridiculous egos and have these, I ain't listening to nobody but my guy right here. And if you bring in that guy who can get into that one player's ear, everything can kind of synchronize and they can get to the rings, bro. If it's, if this is showing anything, you have the Clippers in the West, best team, and you have Brooklyn in the East, best team.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you that I would have expected that.
True.
That's true. To me, it's just crazy, like, that it has to get to that level to control players and stuff. Because I'm like, you're playing a team sport, so it's like, come on, man. You gotta let your egos go, and then if you're trying to, if you start a season and then your objective of, you get traded or whatever, and your objective is the championship, it's like, come on, man, you gotta make compromises. It's like, you can't be having all these egos and then, I only listen to this, or I only play with this player, or this or this. To me, it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy that, at this type of level, because I understand, like, I guess high school or college, your egos, you whatever. But when you get to this level, it's like, come on, man. Just like, everybody's there for one objective, man. Everybody wants to win that championship, make it to history, whatever. So it's like,
yes, sir.
I don't think the ego should like take part of it. But I guess, like you said, Brooklyn is doing it right, man. Maybe it was planned or something. They figure it out, and then that's why on top of the East, man.
So I will say one thing and one thing only, and then I'm gonna move off from this bullshit because I'm done with them damn Nets. But hey, you got Nash, Stoudemire, D'Antoni. Kudos to their careers. Kudos to what they've brought to the NBA. But not a single one has won a championship. And they got 3 divas, and the heat is fucking on. And I'm done with this shit. I recognize what the Nets are doing. So let's talk about Butler being back because the heat is damn on. And hopefully we can fucking change the direction of this damn season and get back to where we used to be. How do you guys feel with fucking Jimmy Butler? What I feel is now this era of the Heat's, bro, that's like our fucking engine, bro. I'm not going to lie. We live in a world when Wade is our guy and he will forever be our guy. He's our Jordan. He is the 3 of all 3s, but wow, man, what a difference it is having Butler. I know we lost our last game, but that first game we came back, we won. But it's just such a different energy when Butler's part of the fucking lineup.
Yeah, man.
I guess it just goes with like having that superstar player, man. It gives you that edge of like, okay, like I know I'm like the best of the team, or not the best of the team, but just kind of take the full responsibility of being always have to show 100%, in the game or whatever. So I guess we were missing that part of having someone taking that pressure from other players.
So I will say one thing: great fucking points, great everything, nothing wrong with what you said, but there is a star/superstar in Bam Adebayo. But yes, True. It does. Since we live in a world where you need more than one, it's great to have another one to help add to like everything else and get this damn shit going. Cause fuck, man, I ain't trying to deal with that bullshit. I'm trying to make it back and get that damn ring. Cause last year we were this close, and if it wasn't for those stupid injuries, I think we would have had a good shot at winning. And I know injuries happen, blah blah blah. No knock on LeBron and Davis, but ooh boy, if we was all ammunition ready, I think we would have. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Definitely would have been a different story.
Yeah, man. This is the big thing is now seeing how, and this has always been a big issue with the Heat, is finding the perfect group that could run the starting five, and then the bench trying to figure out their roles and just trying to get to that point where everybody is playing a major like role in this team. Because obviously we have embraced that type of team like the Spurs from back in the day where everybody plays the pinnacle role. We're deep, and you never know, man. It's next man up. So whenever that day comes that you have to step up, and I want to give a lot of props to Kendrick Nunn, that, you know, he was getting overlooked for a big period of the season because he wasn't, you know, shooting or doing anything similar to his rookie of the year performance or, you know, rookie of the year caliber.
Rookie of the year.
Exactly. So, you know, he wasn't on that type of performance length. So we were kind of like, you're already questioning him. And then boom, when everything hits the fan, that's when you see who are the real ones. And he stepped up during a hard time. Yeah, we might have lost. Yeah, we're in a sub 500 position where it's like really tough, but we're seeing a lot of those, you know, bright lights coming through. And if we can squeeze into the 8, the 7, we're going to make a run for it, bro. Cause we get better like wine when time goes by. So
with the nitty gritty and maybe.
Yeah, we're going to keep it moving. That's for damn sure, man.
We're definitely one of those teams that people don't want to play in the playoffs.
Not at all, bro.
Out of 7 games, there's no fuck. You must be wild if you want to run us 7 times, because you best believe we're gonna get the best of you at least,
bro,
3 or 4 times.
Three things: culture, coaching, and fucking the squad is just nice. Like,
bro,
those 3 things.
We got dogs. At the end of the day, who wants to get bitten by fucking dogs? I don't. I love dogs, but I ain't trying to get bit, bro. I'm trying to fucking do my damn thing and fucking, you know. So, hey, watch out. Just if we get in, just watch out. That's all I have to say on that.
Good shit, man. Good shit. Something that we haven't spoken about in a really long time. You know, around the corner, man. Spring training's coming.
Oof, a little bit of America's pastime, baseball.
Yes, sir.
Before we get started on that topic, since it is Black History Month and we're throwing our roses once people are still living on this planet, I'm going to have to give a huge shout out to Mr. Ken Griffey Jr., who has now become a senior advisor for the MLB. For me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, that is a fucking game changer, because I like the sport of baseball, but I'm not going to lie. The last X amount of years, it's kind of like died out for me. You know, my 2 teams that I fuck with kind of tend to suck and not know what they're doing, even though the Marlins are, you know, seem to have right that ship, and I'm the captain I trust. But I think Ken Griffey Jr., shout out to him, because he is a iconic player for the MLB, because he brought, I think, swagger to the MLB, not only in my generation, but a little bit before, because he was drafted in, I believe, 1989, and he's been around for 22 something years in the league, which is fucking ridiculous. And you already know that boy with that swing and with that backwards cap, swagger, fucking 0 to 100 real quick. And I think, even though I'm not going to say we don't have swagger in the MLB right now, but he's just going to bring something else to the table. And with that being said, you guys continue on real quick. I'm going to flip my back for Ken Griffey Jr. one time and hit it with the Ash Ketchum.
Sounds good, man. Let me just make another mention as far as, you know, Black History Month. We can never forget the great Jackie Robinson, man. If anything, he might have been the one that birthed swag, that allowed all these youngins to have the swag later on, because, bro, nobody could steal home and nobody could do some of the shit that Jackie did. So, you know, shout out to our greats, Jackie Robinson being one of them. Black History Month, you know, we're always going to try to mention some of those individuals that did it for us. When it comes to Marlins baseball, bro, projections, you know, it seems like we have parted ways with Yamamoto, somebody that actually went to school with Tua. So it would have been nice to see that Hawaiian connection, you know, in Miami, South Florida, but Yamamoto is gone. and it seems like
didn't pan out.
It's at this point we can't expect anything less. Marlins are in that rebuild mode. We're pushing things here, grabbing things from here, pushing things there, and it's just working with our farm system, trying to create the best team. At the end of the day, we did make it to the playoffs last season, even though it was a larger amount of teams that made it. But you can't hate on that. And to see where the Marlins can go from here, what do we expect, man? Winning season, subpar? What are you guys thinking?
Shit, man. At this point, we were in a pandemic last year, and the fucking Marlins got destroyed by COVID-19, and we made some noise, made it to the playoffs, got out of the first round. So I ain't expecting nothing less than playoffs. I'm not going to say we're going to win the division, but if we made the playoffs last year, I'm expecting playoffs, and whether we continue to move to the second or third round, maybe World Series finally, but I'm expecting at least playoffs.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, you know me, I ain't a baseball fan, nothing. I just support the home team. So, like you said, if they made it through the pandemic, and then having a bunch of guys and stuff like that, and they made it through the playoffs with the pandemic, I mean, I guess it's one of those like you got to make the playoffs now. Like I said, I don't know about World Series because I haven't been following. Not a big fan of baseball, but yeah, man. So I guess definitely playoffs for me. I don't know about second round or nothing, but definitely playoffs.
Nice. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, baseball is one always like the hardest sports to follow if you're not fully into it.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said, man, we always love to see the home team succeed. And before we segue off of baseball, before we get into the football portion, I'm talking that football. I'm not talking that football, American football. But I want to give a shout out to Loyalty, man, to see Yadier Molina, signing again with his team and sticking it through. Am I correct for saying Yadier? Is that his name? I know there's multiple Molinas, but I think he just signed his contract.
But yes, you're right.
Yes. So it looks like, bro, that if you have to say, shout out to Loyalty, shout out to sticking to the squad, being a day one. That man, I think he's been in the Cardinals his whole career, right? Or did he make a move at some point?
I'd have to check into that one because
I'll take a quick look right now for us.
Hey, since you're rolling, I got you real quick. Keep going. I got you.
All right, man. So while you check that for us, bro, Pacho, man, anything to see as far as the soccer this upcoming weeks?
For soccer, I know February starts Champions League again, so you got some good matchups.
T.O., real quick, no interruption. Yes, you are correct. St. Louis Cardinals. And since we're on that same team, before we get into football, Arnaldo from the fucking Rockies got traded to St. Louis Cardinals. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. He's a fucking real one. He's a savage. I can't believe the Rockies traded him because that was like their franchise player. But, hey, we live in a world where you got to try to get those pieces to win. And the Cardinals are one of those organizations that are, that baseball culture ain't no joke out there.
And one or two pieces away, man, because they had a very solid team last year, too.
Definitely.
So nice, man. So Champions League, bro. Is this the time to grab your Heineken?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got sippy one time for that.
Yeah, man. Definitely one of those. But yeah, so that's the big thing coming up this season.
Any teams you think we should watch out for that could make a run in this Champions League?
It's just tough with this COVID going on, and a bunch of people having injuries and stuff. But I mean, I guess the top of the games for me is going to be definitely Barcelona PSG. Just that comeback of Neymar going to Barcelona.
Speaking of which, you hit a nail in the coffin. I did see, I don't know how true and whatnot, because you never know, but apparently Neymar is in talks of fucking re-signing and being a part of the whole PSG movement, which is huge because, correct me if I'm wrong, they consider the French league not to be like whatever with the competitive level compared to like the Italian league and the Spanish league and the English league. So it's like, oh damn, it's the easy way out. But I don't know, man. They got something good going there. I like the culture they got going. It's a very nice dynamic duo, and shit, I respect him if he does, stick it through.
That's true. I feel like if he renews, it's definitely money wise. And then let's say if Messi decides to go to PSG,
that'll be insane.
But I guess it's more of like bringing that first Champions League to that city.
Yeah.
So it's one of those.
That'd be huge.
I'm pretty sure if he signs again, and he wins the Champions League, he's definitely gonna look for a way out, kind of like saying like, I came,
I did my
I gave
thing.
you I gave you the league's title live. I got you the Champions League. Now I'm gonna be out. So it could possibly be that. Who knows? Also, people are saying that no, he's not signing a new contract. Somebody said something he posted on Twitter too, of like right after those news came out, like kind of saying it was fake, whatever. Who knows?
Mhm.
At the end of the day, we will never know until it comes out from actually the club or the player. But yeah, so also another game is also Sevilla Dortmund. You know, it's a good game. You got Spanish League and German. You got Juventus against Porto, which I feel like that one, Juve definitely has it. Another good game is going to be Atletico Madrid against Chelsea. That's a good one. I feel like that one's going to be one of those to watch. Then the rest just, I don't know. It's like, it's not big games. You can still got Real Madrid. You still got Manchester City, some big teams. But I guess those are the top ones, you know, like,
And let's just be honest, Real Madrid is not the same without CR7. Yes, their organization as a whole, you know, credit, they've been around, they've done their thing, da da da, but it's just not the same, I would say.
I feel you. I mean, even though they won the league last year, I mean, coming from the bag and stuff, but
Hmm.
I guess internal wise, they're having a lot of issues with renewing contracts of star players and like, but like you said, at the end of the day, it's one of those teams like the history just
Speaks for itself.
exact, and they can. It's one of those like you get an offer for them, and then most of the players are like, oof, you know,
99.99% of the players are going.
exactly. They're really gonna think about. It's one of those like you know they might get an offer from a team, you're like yeah I'll take it, and I know where you see the offer for Real Madrid, and let's say if he's less money or whatever this, you just like
I'm
that
going.
name just
Hell yeah.
makes you want to sign for them. So
Like the market, like, you know, NY, when we speak of the Jets and the Giants,
exactly, and
it's like, ooh,
just and then just having that under your resume, like I play for Real Madrid, is just a huge thing for I think everybody playing soccer. So like I guess yeah, it's gonna be one of those. I mean, this Champions League is gonna be a little different. I mean, still like I mean, with this COVID thing, it's just hard, man, for teams, you know, having a lot of people injured or the COVID protocols or whatever. It's gonna be a little interesting, but for soccer, I guess it's
so
a
let me
brand new
ask
thing.
you, what is the roster size in soccer? Is it different for like different leagues, or is it all just kind of like a standard X amount of players?
It's usually the same. Tops like usually for like the first team squad is usually like around probably 23, 24 players tops.
Got you. That's
Yeah,
solid because you have like basketball, who's a 15-man roster, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like soccer, let's say baseball, football, not so much, but they have like, you know, this, you know, the lower division. So if you need to, maybe you could like bring someone up real quick.
exactly.
But like shit, in the case for like basketball, it's like if you're out, and you got to run with
Yeah,
what
that's
you
true.
have or postpone that game.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's
facts, man.
true.
Yo, one thing I want to leave on the note of soccer, man. Yo, shout out to all these Americans that are making it into
That's true.
these big tournaments, man. Like now you're actually seeing you got McKinney's. I think you got a couple on Barcelona, right? Conrad being one of them,
Conrad
and
and Dest.
yeah, and
Captain
then
America, the guy that plays
yeah,
for
Pulisic.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Pulisic, yeah. You got
Yeah,
a
so
bunch of
it's
people on top leagues, man. And
yeah,
there
and
was
that's
just recently a new one signed to Roma too.
you
I
see, and
forgot his
that
name. Yeah,
that was rare before. That was
that
really
was
rare.
definitely there. You, I think like I mean the one that probably was the most was Clean Dempsey, and then
With is it Everton or he was with
he was with
Tottenham?
Fulham.
Okay.
He was with Fulham. Then you had Howard, Tim Howard, which he was at Manchester,
Yeah.
Everton, everything.
Yeah.
And I forgot there's another Guzman, I think it was also another goalkeeper. And then you had Landon Donovan too. So you had a few
Yeah, man.
players that
But
were there, but it wasn't
to the
like that
level,
big.
yeah, and to the level that I
Exactly.
feel like these players are playing, you know,
Exactly.
it's really impressive, man. Definitely for men's soccer, which is something that's been
And
Definitely.
not
needed
to
for a long
mention, we
time.
live in a world where, like, bro, these genetic modifications and this fucking food we're eating, yo, we got some freak of nature athletes now that are just like insane, and it's
That's
like
true.
shit.
You know,
It's just
another thing,
I
it
feel like
just
we got to that point of like now in sports like athletes are more into taking care of their bodies and that training and stuff. Just before it was just like, okay, I'll go train, whatever. Do my
Unless your name is Chad Ochocinco, he be on that McDonald's diet, that nitty gritty, building calluses. Like, you ain't fucking with me. I respect it. Hey, do what you do. It worked for you, man. You did your thing. But yes,
everybody has their own thing. But I feel like now athletes are taking more care of their body, training, like, those camps, summer camps, where you call them, then they go all out and stuff. So you see that more off now. So that's why you see those freak of natures with it. I mean, it's just the levels, like, I guess if you go back 10, 20 years on any sport, it was either slower or this, and now it's just gotten way faster. Like,
yeah, one thing just to, leave soccer and just like, props to our women's soccer team for USA, man.
Hey, man,
I just want to say that because
the epitome of soccer, and I think in America is women's soccer.
And I feel like a lot of people, like, they kind of throw dirt on women's sports in America and saying that it's not that big and this and that, and not giving enough props where they're due. And like, bro, this episode's been, episode 10, you're gonna remember it's about us giving the flowers, because we've been going nonstop with the flowers on this one, and we got to give our flowers to these fucking great women athletes, man. Like, you got Morgan, Rapinoe, countless names over the years, and let's give a props to our women's soccer teams, bro. They're fucking boss, man.
Back to the women, I believe, we got March women's appreciation coming soon. So shout out to the ladies.
Ladies, yes, sir.
Yes. And since, we're talking about ladies, man, one thing we got to get a little deeps in,
don't do it, because I'm about to get this bottle and smash the done thing.
Okay, maybe before we get deep, so let me just give a quick UFC, little, touch upon the UFCs, man. UFC Fight Night coming up. Yeah, man. Before 258, we got UFC Fight Night this Saturday.
True.
Overeem versus Volkov. Overeem, who's been in the UFC for years and other leagues, and he's a freak, bro. For him to be close to his 40s and be looking like a swole version of one of our boys, Josh. If you look up a picture of him, I'm telling you, he looks like Josh on the swole level. That's gonna be great. And then, of course, February 13th, man, right before Valentine's Day, we got Usman versus Burns, former training partners, that understand each other very well. Ground game is going to be dangerous because they're both beasts on the ground. And then when it comes to the fist, bro, they both can throw hands. So it's going to be a good one. But yes, man, let's go into deeps.
Before we get into deeps, I just wanted to ask one question.
Break it down.
Since we're acknowledging the sport of the UFC and MMA fighting, if you guys were to be a fighter, what would be your fighting style of choice? I know mine. What is yours?
Okay.
That's tough, man, because it's tough in the aspect of, like, what would I want to do versus if it was a reality for me, what I actually would do. Because if I were really to chase that dream, bro, there's no way in hell that I'm not boxing. Like, it's just like, I'm Cuban, I'm Pakistani, just so happen to be two countries that fought for gold in Olympic boxing. And my pops is a hardcore boxing fan. So this is one of those, like, that's what, and realistically, if I really wanted to do that, it would be boxing. But if I had to select one, I would probably go with jiu-jitsu, bro. I grew up, watching Strike Force with Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz later on, and just seeing how they are studs and black belts in jiu-jitsu, and seeing how they could take someone to the ground, manipulate their body, fuck with their breathing. It's a whole different type of game once you take it to the ground. So I would say jiu-jitsu.
I could respect that. What about you, Bacho?
I mean, I thought we were going just pose. I was thinking like southpaw or orthodox.
Bro, that's lefty righty, bro.
Hey, man, we talking just basic standards.
I mean, I thought we were just going where you said pose. I was like, you didn't say like which are like.
I mean, if it's on that level, I'm on orthodox all day, every day.
You didn't go like.
I got no choice, bro.
What do you mean?
Righty, bro.
What do you mean? I said since we're appreciating UFC and MMA, what kind of fighting would you be into?
You said, I heard it wrong. I heard like fighting pose. That's why I was like, okay, I was going on that.
Yeah, I'm like, I got no choice, man.
But I'm here like trying to I'm the least educated on the UFC, but I'm here trying to pay my dues and like show my appreciation. But yeah, he got the jiu-jitsu.
I guess because of my soccer background, I'll have to go with Muay Thai and shit.
Ooh, hit him with a Muay Thai.
You know,
Those piernas,
I fuck with it. I fuck with it 1000% because I personally will say that I agree with you. That would be my fighting style of choice. One, because like
you got them massive calves. So
you beat me to it, damn it. You don't even let me finish. Goddamn. But like Omizi was saying boxing. Like I fuck with the art of boxing and the whole fucking Rocky. Hey yo, Adrian, and like the Mickey to the Rocky, all that. I like boxing. Like the thought of it is fire. But there's so much with the body that you can do. I would personally need a little more. And like you said, with the calves that I was genetically blessed with, you could say, and my decent height, because I wouldn't say I'm like the tallest person, because nowadays you got motherfuckers out here like fucking goddamn. But Muay Thai would be definitely my preference in style of fighting.
True.
Nice, man. I like that. That was a good question, man. And now to bring all our moods down, because there always has to be a fucking ass clown in the news.
Let me finish this drink, remake a drink, continue with what you're saying. Man.
So just to get deep, man, recently offensive tackle Chad Wheeler was caught, man, because of domestic violence. Apparently he beat his girlfriend. She was found crying, face covered in blood, and her arms were swollen. Also, there were some notations or about the story stating that
getting heated. Let me cool myself down.
Yeah, that she was unconscious, and Buddy was just eating like normal, thinking that she was dead, and then she woke up, and he was just like, "Oh shit, you're still alive!"
Fucking like motherfucker.
Yeah, like there's one thing like we just got to state, and we got to reiterate, and we got to let them know, like we do not condone this behavior, bro. This is something that sadly. It's something that's just plaguing, like, men. I don't know why they got to do this to our beautiful women, and you just cause this, like, it's just a level of disgust, man. It's a level of disgust, man. And definitely. To think that you're an offensive tackle doing this to a female that most
bro, he probably got like 200 plus pounds on her.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. What do you think they should do to this fucking
Pacho, you go first because I still need to cool down. This topic is very gets me a little riled up. So let me try to hold myself together. You go and then I'll go after you.
I mean, just hearing from like also some of the news that he even resisted arrest and everything, for me is like, I guess, shit. I don't even know what state he's from, whatever, if it's death penalty, but if not, life with no parole, man.
Yeah, lock his ass up, bro.
Lock his ass up and then put him in the most dangerous place with murders and stuff, just so he feels everything.
Yeah, okay, you know how they treat those dudes that be abusing women back there.
Exactly. Let him have everything. I mean, let him. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't kill him, even though he deserves to be killed. But in the sense of just like let him have life and parole, so he's like without parole, so just so he's like every single day is gonna be hell for him, type thing. That's what I would feel like. I mean, I would like it for him to have that shit.
I agree. That motherfucker deserves everything horrible, even though I don't wish that on nobody. But when you lay a hand on a woman, a female of any color, but specifically an African American queen, that you have your whole situation with the racism bullshit that we live in, blah, blah, blah. But more than black men, black women are the least in the whole fucking pyramid. And it's like, bro, nah, bro, we ain't here for that shit. The Indecision doesn't approve of that shit. The Flow doesn't approve of that shit. Juan Sebastian Gallo doesn't approve of that shit. Omar Khan doesn't approve of that shit. Hector Camacho doesn't approve of that shit. We're not here for that bullshit. And I personally think that shit has got to go. I don't fuck with any male individual that lays a hand on a female. Personally, if you're not getting freaky dicky in the bedroom and you're a little pop-out into all that bullshit and like to get frisky, that's fair game. But when you're fucking doing shit and like blood, bleeding, bruises, all that shit, we don't fuck with that shit here. Every motherfucker that is about that life, yes, you deserve to get like fucking death sentence, all that shit, but you need to get fucking tied up to a tree, and that woman should be able to call every female on her phone and fucking whoop your ass with a fucking chancleta, a belt, a wooden spoon, everything. Get my fucking dog Anakin, get Milo Pierre, bite your ass real quick, because we don't fucking condone that shit, and that's not acceptable, because we are men and we need to fucking cherish our women. And yeah, that's pretty much my take on that. I'm gonna leave it at that because I get too heated on that subject, and I don't want to go further.
Yeah,
You're 100%, man.
Yeah, and just also one thing I would love to, now you were saying the resisting arrest and all of that. It seems like a pretty smooth transition for like getting him to jail. If this was an African American man, what would we have seen?
Bro, he'd be done. He'd be fucking done. Like,
No?
not to say, bro, I don't give a fuck what color you are. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Black, white, yellow, fucking Blasian, rainbow, whatever the fuck
even
you
if
want to classify.
even if the UFOs from LA come down.
Yeah. Even if you're a fucking male alien, that's not acceptable. Like, you can't be doing that shit, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
But it's just like it's just like at the end of the day, like, it just so happens that you look at images of him, he's a white boy, long hair, just like, your stereotypical, like, Caucasian.
Fucking rinky dinky. Shotgun bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And it's like, bro, if police found a woman on the floor and it was an African American man like on the table eating his food, that man would have probably got shot. Let's just be real.
Definitely.
This is a sad world. The sad world we live in.
Fucking knee to the neck, all that.
And this is where you see even the cases of like, sadly what happened to Parkland, in Florida here not too long ago on Valentine's Day, that horrible murder. That man was not even shot. That little kid was just carried, arrested, handcuffed, and he was going to court. Like anybody else that's put into these crazy situations and doing these malicious acts, if they are black, brown, even yellow, even any color, bro, like if you're not Caucasian, you're gonna always get like questioned and fucking put into some really shitty positions. And it's like, yo, just this dude doing these crazy acts and he doesn't get anything out of it. Like he just goes to jail and most likely he's gonna get bailed out because he got the money. He's an NFL player. He's gonna pay for bail and get out.
And you know what sucks, man? I got another thing for you. That whole white man privilege bullshit is a thing. Yeah, me personally, my skin tone's a little lighter, so I get perceived with that bullshit, and I can attest to that. I know that's a thing. This motherfucker has the privilege of being a fucking athlete and having a light skin tone, so he can play the card of like the whole mental illness, blah, blah, blah. But bro, fuck you. I'm here. I've fucking lived, died, breathed that whole mental anxiety, depression bullshit. And that's not an excuse, bro. Like you cannot be laying hands on women like that. You can't. It's not acceptable. Fuck, man. Fuck that motherfucker. And he deserves everything terrible to him. And we are all about the good vibes. But that shit, not today.
Yeah, man. And as you Gaio, as you segue us out of this episode, man, I just want to leave us with a few words, man. Us men, we have to do better.
We have to do better. Individuals like that make us as a male species look fucking terrible. And it's like, bro, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that shit to my peoples, to my kind. No, we're better than that. We can do better. We can be better. Be a little more caring, do your thing, take care of your female. But if it's not holding her hand, hugging her, or getting bounce chicka bounce in the bedroom, none of that shit is.
Or just understanding when she says no, it means no.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Simple. Agreed. Simple. Respect our ladies, bro.
Respect their women's.
There's a reason why God made them the only ones that could give life on this earth.
Yeah, 100%.
Amen.
With that being said, everybody, thank you for tuning in on another motherfucking episode of The Indecision. Like we said, this is episode 10. We got bold today. We will continue to get bold because we are here to stay and we are going to keep this journey going. And we hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff, interact with us, help us reach the promised land. And you know how we do. Juan Love in here, Jay Escallo, Omirzi, Pacho, we out.